Hey everyone, Teo here. Today I'm reviewing the Etchr Nano Satchel that can be deployed as a portable easel that straps to your body. So this allows you to stand and paint. The price of this product is US $50 and that may or may not include shipping depending on where you buy this from. First of all, disclaimer, this is a review sample provided by the company, and in this video I'll just present to you my findings so that you can decide whether this is worth your money. This satchel was designed by Darren Yule, and this is the fifth product from the Carry range from Etchr Lab. I have actually reviewed their earlier products before, which I will link to in the video description below. So this is water resistant and this is made with vegan friendly material. The orange logo has nice contrast against the dark gray color and the stitching looks good. On the back there are 4 rings, so you can actually unhook the strap easily and hook it anywhere you like depending on how you are going to use the easel. So this is quite convenient. I don't know the material that's used to make this. This feels like plastic, or there could be metal inside, or maybe this is metal that is matte textured. Anyway, I hope this is durable. The hook is definitely metal and I like the design of the hook. It looks beautiful and this part can swivel. One criticism for the other Etchr Lab satchels is they are not lightweight enough even when you don't have anything inside the satchel. So this new Nano satchel is noticeably lighter. I think the reason for that is because this time they use less material. The quality of the material is still good. This still looks and feels tough. So that's the Velcro to hold the flap down. And there is a front pocket which is kind of deep. So this is where I can store my watercolor box and some portable brushes. This zip is designed to keep out water and the stitching here looks good as well. This satchel has no side pockets, so let's open this and have a look at the main compartment. So this is an A5 size sketchbook and it can fit in this satchel with some space by the side. Let me take this out. These are 2 elastic bands. This material is fabric and there is another pocket here which is quite deep. This elastic band can be used to hold a pencil or pen, and this space is actually big enough to hold an 11-inch iPad Pro, even though this satchel is not designed to hold a tablet. However, you will have to put the Apple Pencil somewhere else. So this fits quite nicely, but if you have a case for the tablet, then it's probably not going to fit. So this fits the tablet without the case. If you really want to put your tablet here, make sure you don't put anything here to hit the tablet when you close the satchel. So on this side there are 6 holders and this is elastic, so you can put 1 pen or pencil in the holder or you can squeeze 2 items in. If you want to have a bottle here, you will not be able to fit an A5 sketchbook here. So the sketchbook I'm using is this square format Etchr sketchbook, which is small enough for me to have it here and still close the satchel. So if you want to use an A5 sketchbook, then you can't have any thick items here. If I'm not using this water mister bottle, I'll be using a water brush or 2 water brushes for my watercolor, which is actually more convenient compared to having this. This is how thick the satchel is with the square format sketchbook in it, the water bottle and the small watercolor box. Now one downside to this design is, or one limitation is, there are only 2 pockets. There is the front pocket and the flat pocket inside, and then there is the big compartment. I wish there could be 2 pockets in front though instead of 1 big pocket. But anyway, that's the design. So how useful is this satchel actually? Well, that would depend on your preferences and your workflow. So for me, I prefer to sit and sketch, and I usually bring along my portable stool, which you can see it's really worn out. I prefer this because this allows me to sit and sketch for long periods of time comfortably, and my sketches usually take around 1 to 2 hours to complete, so it is important to be comfortable. Now, the advantage or benefit of this product is this allows you to stand and sketch or paint. This satchel can be turned into an easel that you can strap to yourself. So now you have a place to place your sketchbook, and here I have also clipped my watercolor palette to the sketchbook. So I can draw, I can paint. This is good if you know you're going to stand and sketch, and this works great in tight spaces where you cannot put your portable stool down, or you may not want to sit down because when you sit down you cannot see what you're drawing, so you actually have to stand up to see what you are drawing. And also when there are people or vehicles blocking your view, then it would be better to stand up and draw because you can see over the obstacle. If you know in advance that you're going to a place where there are no seats, maybe that's where this satchel would be useful. Now, if I know that I'm going to a place where there are no seats, I would prefer to bring my portable stool along. Or maybe I can bring both along so that I can have the option to choose between sitting and sketching or standing and sketching. Now, the other day I was actually here at this location to sketch and it rained, so all the outdoor seats were wet. So that's where having this satchel can be useful. Now let me show you how to set this thing up. I'm going to keep my watercolor palette first. This is the mini portable painter, which I can keep very quickly and easily. I have 2 clips to clip the sketchbook. For the watercolor sketchbook, I'm going to keep this in the main compartment. As for the watercolor box and my portable watercolor brushes, I can keep this in the main compartment or in the front pocket, and I'm going to use the front pocket. So now I can remove this Velcro here. Just remove it so that I can turn this other piece over to close the satchel like this. And now you can see this is upright and this is the front pocket. I can open this and put my watercolor box inside, the 2 pocket brushes inside, close it, and I can zip this up. And now let me show you how to set up the satchel as an easel. The first thing to decide is how and where to place the strap. So I'm right-handed, so I have the strap on my left shoulder, and this adjustment for the strap is also on the left shoulder so that it's easy to adjust. And later when I set up the easel, my right hand is free to move. So on the back there are 4 rings. You can choose whichever ones to use. So I'm using the diagonal ones here and here. Now I can use this one here. This is comfortable to carry, but I prefer to use the diagonal ones because later when I set this thing up, I don't have to unhook and hook again, so that's easier. Okay, let me just open the front pocket, take out my watercolor box, my 2 pocket watercolor brushes. I'll put this in my pocket first so that it's easier. I also have a pen inside. Next, I will unzip this and make sure to open this slowly in case there are things inside that can fall out. Okay, so my sketchbook is here. It's not strapped with the strap, so this can actually fall out. So let me just hold this tight and push this part here with all the pens and drawing tools to the back like this. And remove the Velcro strap here and strap it to the front so that these 2 parts will not move. So this is the support. So now that I have the sketchbook, I can open this up. Let me just clip it there first. Open this to a new page, I clip it here. And now let me just set up the watercolor box. Now I like this box because this is quite easy to set up and this can be clipped to the sketchbook. It is very important to look at your watercolor box and see whether it can be clipped to your sketchbook. Because if your watercolor box cannot clip to your sketchbook, then there is no way to use watercolor while you're standing. Let me remove the clip here and place the watercolor box on the last page and clip this. So now I have this set up and I can pull out my water mister bottle and pour some water here so that I can use this to wash my brush. But I'm going to do so later because I've not started sketching yet. So the weight is good, however, because the sketchbook is too close to my body, and if I'm sketching like this, I will have to bend my neck down, and this is not comfortable. So ideally, I will want to place my sketchbook a bit further away. Now there are many moving parts here, so let me just clip this sketchbook to the satchel so that it's not going to move when I move the strap. So I'm going to move this easel or satchel higher, up like this. Okay, so this is higher. Yeah, so now the adjustment is on the back. Okay, so this is good. Make sure you have a big clip so that you can clip the sketchbook to the satchel. And when you have it like this, the sketchbook is not going to move. But I'm going to remove the clip and maybe just clip it here so that I can place the sketchbook further away from my body so that I don't have to bend my neck down like this, which is going to be very uncomfortable for long periods of time. So now I have a support, and if I sketch and look at my sketchbook, it's not too bad. And now I want to sketch this waterfront view, and notice I can actually sit at all these places, which are great places to sit because it's sheltered. The thing is, if I move my viewpoint down like this, you can see the railings will kind of overlap the shop houses behind. So for this sketch, it may be better to draw from a higher elevation so that I can see the railings, the river, and the shop houses. So certain scenes will look better when sketched from high elevation, and certain scenes will look better when sketched from lower elevation, nearer to the ground level. So I have clipped the sketchbook to the easel so that the sketchbook is not gonna move. I have my small watercolor brush here, and I'm going to use the big watercolor brush first. But now I want to pour some water from this water mister bottle here into the well, the big well, so that I can use this to wash my watercolor brush. And I am going to level the easel so that the water is not going to spill out. Because the straps are hooked diagonally, you have to hold the easel so that this is not going to turn over. It can turn over if this side here is too heavy. So that's one important thing to take note as well. So this is the main selling point of this easel. It allows you to stand and paint. This is not possible without the easel. So this easel is quite stable. One challenging aspect is I poured too much water into this well here, so I have to be very conscious not to have the water spill onto the sketchbook. So I've been standing here for almost 2 hours now for the making of this review, and also while I was sketching, and I've got to say that this is definitely lightweight enough for me to sketch comfortably for long periods of time, so that's great. Okay, so can I recommend this satchel? Well, it really depends on your workflow. So there are two ways to think about it. You can look at your current workflow and see whether this product would fit into your workflow, or you can get this satchel and see whether you can create a workflow out of this. So if you're outdoor sketching and you have always wondered whether there is a product out there that can let you stand and paint, then this is the product to consider. But if you have not tried standing and painting, I'm not sure if I can recommend this. Not because it's a bad product or lousy product. It is a good product. The design is very practical. It's just that I'm not sure if I would recommend people to create a workflow based on a product that they buy. Because if you buy this and you realize that you don't enjoy standing and sketching because it's not comfortable or for whatever reasons, then you would have wasted money. Alright, I hope this review is useful. If you guys have other questions, let me know in the comment section below. See you guys in the next video. Bye!